And you know, as an Anglican, you might, and I mean, I'd even countenance with this, with the research paper, if you really feel burdened to sort of explore the nexus between East and West, you can find a way to do that by taking, for example, the history of Anglican borrowings from Eastern liturgies. That you would learn a lot, because there has been a long-standing history going back to the non-jurors of people attempting not only to be in communication and gain ecclesiastical recognition from the Orthodox churches, but borrowing not only from the Byzantine Rite, but also from some of the other Eastern liturgies, elements that were inserted into various Anglican prayer books. And that process has continued right into the present. And the Book of Alternative Services is a case in point, including, you know, the funeral kontakion and the trisagion and other things like that.
Yeah. Well, that really opens things up. Thank you. And I was also just thinking about the relationship between the Anglican Church and the personal ordinariate, the Anglo-Catholic, proper Catholic,
yep.
Anglican Rite, and what that relationship, how is that similar to a Byzantine Rite Catholic versus Byzantine Orthodox?
Yes.
That opens up the scope for me.
Great. Yeah. The short answer to that question, of course, is that the ordinariate is a use of the Roman Rite, whereas the Eastern Catholic churches are churches according to their own law, sui juris, we say, which means that they not only have a distinctive liturgy, but also distinctive theology, spirituality, and canon law, right? So those four things, theology, liturgy, spirituality, and canon law, are indicated by the Second Vatican Council to be the marks of a distinctive church, of a sui juris church, also having its own hierarchy. Now, the ordinariates have the possibility of having their own hierarchy, or of an ordinary who's not a bishop, as you know, but their liturgy is described as, they are Roman Catholics, they're Latin Rite Catholics, but they have their own use. That is the ordinary use, which is not dissimilar to historic uses of, say, the Dominicans or the Carmelites or the Carthusians, with the exception that in those cases, the use did not usually imply a distinctive discipline. And this is sort of the evolving question among the ordinary, is to what extent does the Anglican patrimony, we were talking earlier about unity and uniformity, doesn't need to conform to the broader Latin patrimony, or to what extent does the genius of Anglicanism, should that be preserved by means of very definitive disciplines that allow for a difference, such as, for example, the ongoing ordination of married men, as not as an exception, but as a normative discipline, which is that of the Eastern churches too, but not that obviously of the Latin Rite as a whole.